care how I read the text, but then once I see LGBT movie next, I'm not watching it.
You see, now they got some shit, they getting hip. You know, they wait till about the third episode and then they put shit in there and be like, man, damn.
Man, like you already hooked on the show.
Yes.
I say, boy, they
Hey, you can't even enjoy a show no more.
nah, you can't.
Because
first two episodes.
yeah, like everything. They always putting sodomites in shows. They even got sodomite superheroes now.
All right, just 2 Thessalonians real quick, chapter 3. It says, verse 14. It says, this is 2 Thessalonians 3 and 14. It says, and if any man obey not our word by this epistle, note that man, and have no company with him, that he may be ashamed. Yet count him not as an enemy, but admonish him as a brother. So if somebody was going off, you let that man be put to shame by look, you can't come up in here, man. We ain't dealing with you. But not as a nigga, you're gonna be destroyed. But it was still like, okay, as a brother, like look, we admonish you. So what's wrong with being ashamed? That's a part of growth.
Right.
And everybody got different spirits. Like you know the apostles, you know what background they come from. Everybody come from different backgrounds. Okay.
Right.
Everybody, like you know if a rebuke is gonna come from Apostle Bar, how it's gonna come out. If it comes from Apostle Bar, how it's gonna come out. It's gonna come from Apostle Brownlow, how it's gonna come out. Everybody's different. You got different backgrounds, right? And you don't want it to be from the Lord, do you? Okay. The scripture tell you the Lord is an austere man, meaning serious. Okay, he's a serious man. His answers was probably straight. Lord, do you want? No. You know.
With the voice, too.
Yeah. But you do that now, maybe toxic masculinity. Some shit.
And if I may say, they really, if you have any amount of authority in your voice wise, they making that hostile now. Like you gotta whisper everything, or you can get charged with verbal assault, causing mental anguish and all this type of stuff. Like they really, putting a squeeze on Jake because we really the only ones with the voices like that. You know?
Right.
Since you brought out that, I had a precept real quick. Job 39 and 16. I'll start at 16. She is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because Yahweh had deprived her of wisdom, neither had he imparted to her understanding. That's why they want to be these friends with these, these sodomites, man. You ain't got, if you understood anything, or if you had a lick of sense, or how my granny, the sense God gave a bat, you would know that that's not conducive to our families, man. But when you, it's a shame.
Yeah, the world looks at the world because it's without wisdom, and the Most High is now dealing with this place. Anything that could cause like somebody to be like pouting their head down, that's a problem. So everybody's just supposed to be free, gay, lovey, and smiling and stuff. No, things that people supposed to be ashamed, man. You read the law on how the Most High had judgment on certain acts, man. Things you wouldn't even imagine, but it's something that He wouldn't. Hey, people got stoned in the open, right? And I've seen the video of that before, over there, in Ham World. They throwing rocks and stuff at people and stuff. That ain't a pretty sight to see. Just them getting, and they'll be dodging and stuff, right?
To that one catch them.
Ding, and that ain't. But the Most High say, look, that's the judgment you're gonna do. But let you read that in the world today. That's just cruel, right?
Right.
That's just hey. You have public executions for examples, man. To teach you not to do those things, man. The Most High, He ain't who you think He is, man. He's not what you want Him to be, right? And that's another thing when you read, especially when I came into the truth. I'm over here reading the law. I got all kind of emotions going through me, man, because I'm over here reading and sometimes I might say, well dang, because I would want pretty much the Most High to handle it how I would Then I had to realize, like, what the fuck am I? It's the man, right? This is the Most High show. He said it's how it's supposed to be. So be it. That's why a lot of guys got a problem with the rape thing. They grew up in America. You get Psalm chapter 6, you had it. So.
But the spirit changed, but you still want me to get it?
Sure.
That's Proverbs 14:7. It says, "Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge." Right.
So the scriptures tell you there's time to speak. There's also time to refrain from speaking. Right? And if you amongst a bunch of fools, you got to say none of them guys, man.
Right.
You may test the waters, but then, hey, which we just read, you reprove the scorner, you get yourself a lot. So a lot of times it's not beneficial to speak. Let them be a damn fool.
First Corinthians chapter 2. And I, brethren, when I come to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of Yahweh. For I determined not to know anything among you, save Yahweh Shai of him crucified. And I was with you in weakness and in fear and in so much trembling. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the spirit of power. The whole chapter.
Exactly. And what chapter is that?
1 Corinthians chapter 2, the whole chapter. I can give it all.
Hey, isn't verse 11 when he says, I was bruised? I think that's
You want me to just keep going on this? A lot of meetings.
Oh, it's too wide. If you want, I mean, that's too wide. I just thought it was 11 and 2 and 11 when he said, do I be bruised?
11 says, for what man knoweth the things of the man, save the
11,
spirit of the
16.
man which is in him. Even so the things of God knoweth no man but the spirit of
Okay. But Paul said himself that he was rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. So his responses would have been different from Matthew or Peter or James, you know. And they was probably getting on him like, man, he rude in speech. He said, am I wrong?
Right.
Am I wrong here? Right?
11 is 6.
6.
Yeah.
11 is 6.
11 is 6.
So he didn't come to them like trying to know everything. He came to them like he knew everything.
Exactly. And the scriptures tell you Paul was a very experienced man. When he was with the Gentiles, he became a Gentile. And he was with those who knew the law.
It's right there,
He was,
across the street.
those who knew the law.
Oh, okay.
Right? He lowered himself to that level. And he said, I didn't come with excellent speech. And also, it also tell you in that same book, chapter 1, I believe, he said, not many noble were called. Because I did a video, because if you listen to Malcolm X, right, I listen to some of his videos, I'm like, damn, you know, this man is a very eloquent speaker, man. Right? He's very eloquent in his speaking. He knows how to break down and expose Esau when it comes to his political games to a T. Right? He says, you know, the whole political campaign is just something football. I forgot the word he used. Where everybody is just playing with the black man's emotions. The Confederates, and the conservatives and the liberals. You know, he exposed them. I said, you know, this man is really eloquent speaking. Imagine if he was in the truth. But you know what scripture said? Not many know were called. I think he would have been beneficial in this truth, but the Lord didn't see it that way because the truth came to him. It came to him. And he said, nope. And if you listen to his speech, one thing he never talked about is scriptures. He don't quote scriptures. He hits the facts, right?
But one time,
One time.
he said, we the dry bones of Ezekiel. You threw your bone, whatever.
But everything else, he's just speaking according to this world. Black man tries to do this, and this will happen. White man does this, and this will happen. Right? He's right. You would think, like, man, if he was in this truth, he'd be
guys?
the most high one. Hey, what's up?
How you guys doing?
What up, right?
Doing all right? How you doing?
I'm good.
Doing good? Okay. Have you seen us before?
I know like a little bit about that, yeah.
Nobody? Okay.
I mean the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you from?
Haiti.
From Haiti? Your
My
parents?
mom's from Haiti, my dad's from Eritrea.
Where's that?
Eritrea is from East Africa.
That's
East Africa. Okay.
Ethiopia.
yeah.
Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somali.
Cush.
Oh, okay.
Kush.
Have you heard of Cush?
Cushite.
What's that?
Children of Cush.
The children of Cush in the Bible. Are you familiar, like, with the Bible?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, I
Okay.
read the Quran more.
Oh, okay. Can you give me? No. hold on. Can you give me Genesis 10? Because the scriptures tell you the genealogies of everybody on the planet Earth. Have you heard of Noah? You heard of Noah?
Yeah.
You got it?
No, Genesis 10.
Yeah.
Noah, the second son, the prophet. Noah, the prophet, right?
Yeah.
Talking about Noah.
Yeah, chapter 10. Go ahead.
Now, this is Genesis chapter 10, verse 1. Now, these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
So, everybody goes back to Noah.
Goes back to Noah. Why
Because
Noah?
You know about the flood.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
Everything that was destroyed after that.
except him and his sons and their wives, which is a total of 8 people.
Not all his sons were saved. Not all his kids were saved.
He had 3 sons.
Yeah, the one kid that didn't want to come in there, that didn't believe. He was disbelieving.
What
He
was his
stayed
name?
there. He said he was gonna go to the highest
What was his name?
peak of the mountain.
What was his name?
I don't know the name of the son.
Okay, well you gotta provide me with a name.
I
Because
gotta
according
walk
to
with my book though.
Okay.
I'm not eligible right now. I cannot talk about it, but I still wanna, cause I see you.
Is that in the Quran, bro?
What?
Is that in the Quran?
In the Quran, yeah.
well check this out. Well,
It's a Revelation 2. It's a scripture. It's the last one.
his 3 sons,
The one that's never been corrupted.
his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? They later populated the earth. Everybody on the planet Earth goes back to one of those people. Now, the brother mentioned Cush. Ham, got the Bible dictionary, brother? Good.
God.
Ham is the forefather of all, you could say, not all the people that inhabit Africa, but mainly like southern and east. You got it, right? Go ahead and read it.
It's out of the Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary. It says, Ham, perhaps Hot, the youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
Right. So Ham, the people, Ethiopians, Egyptians, Sudan, people of Sudan.
Yeah.
Their
My
forefathers,
tribe is from Sudan.
their forefather goes back to Ham.
Yeah.
Right? And Cush in particular, we did the research like we mentioned. Cush in particular is the father of the Ethiopians. The reason he asked you is because most Ethiopians, they know that. Because they know like, yeah, I'm from Cush. They'll come by, oh yeah, y'all from Israel, right? The thing is, the Israelites, we come from Shem, the people on this sign.
The Shem, yeah.
Shem.
Yeah, I know.
Like the Haitians, they're actually Israelites. They're from the tribe of Levi, we believe, right? If you know about the Bible, Shem, I'm sorry,
I believe all of that, like,
Isaac. Okay, well I want to give it to you. Okay,
where's Yusuf?
who?
Joseph.
Joseph is Ephraim.
Okay.
He had 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. Manasseh was the oldest. Ephraim was the youngest.
Right.
When you read the Bible, Ephraim is referred to as Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay. You said your father is
He's Eritrean. Muslim.
Okay. Okay. So check this out. You know about the Atlantic slave trade? You know about the Atlantic slave trade?
Of course,
Okay.
yes. I studied that in school.
Okay,
In
good.
Haiti. I went to school in Haiti. I grew up in
Okay.
Haiti.
The Israelites, that was mainly these 3 people right here. Negroes,
Yeah.
West Indians, or what they call Jamaicans,
Yeah.
and Haitians. Those were the main ones that were shipped over here, right? They were shipped from Africa. The reason they
I don't know what you based on to say that though, but I do believe that we all come from the 12 tribes of Israel.
Not all of them.
Not all of us, but like I want to say all of us, like Haitians, you know, East Africans. I know that, you know.
Right.
I'm
Well,
talking for myself.
The Haitians do.
Well,
Yeah.
So that's why we're going through this,
Yeah.
because what I'm gonna tell you is that a lot of the Israelites, right,
Yeah.
were actually still over there in Africa. The bulk, you could say, I would say like 90% went into slavery.
Yeah.
Some were still Jakes. I say Jake short for Israel. Okay?
Yeah.
They're still over there.
Yeah.
Mainly in Western, all right, but there's some scattered in the East and the Southern, like
Yeah.
Nigerians.
But
those
you know, Jacob. You know who's Isaac was the dad of Jacob, right?
Right,
Okay, so
Yeah.
Isaac was the son of Abraham, right? Ibrahim.
right.
Okay, so like I understand where you say like, but I'm just kind of lost right now because I don't understand none of that.
Okay, well check this
you know?
out. Check this out. Can you give me
Like the way like
can you give
Like
me
I
Deuteronomy
never
7
seen
and
the
6?
name like that. Like I don't even think we know their name. Like we just know Benjamin and Yusuf. You know, I mean we probably know their name. But
Well,
That is
I want to know what you
different.
based on to like get that
how we got
result.
this.
Like,
How we
yeah.
got this. Okay. Can you get
I'm
Ezekiel
seeing this.
Ezekiel 37? So I'm just gonna try to summarize it, right? Because I know you're not really familiar with the Bible. All right.
I grew up Catholic, but I never read the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all these 12, right? We were once all one people together. There was a split after King Solomon.
King Solomon. Yeah.
These 10, all right, well, those from Simeon on down, they went to form their own thing. They were still Israelites, but they had their own king. They're known as the Southern Kingdom. These 3 tribes had their own
the
king.
Northern Kingdom.
That's what I said, right?
Now you said Southern Kingdom.
Okay. These 3 tribes was known as the Southern Kingdom. They had 2 kings. There was a split. Amongst that split, you could say these people came across here over Americas. That's why they were already over here.
Yeah.
We were eventually shipped over here on slave ships.
Yeah.
Okay. The Lord only loves these people. He only loves the nation of Israel. Anybody that's not an Israelite, they are considered a Gentile in the eyes of the Lord. And your nationality is determined by your father.
Right.
Right? Read that.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7
You know what I want.
and verse 6.
18.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the God loves the Israelites above all people on the face of the earth. Because you mentioned how we all come from the 12. That's not true.
But
We
you know,
all-
he punished them in the 12 tribes.
Right, he punished
Because-
12 because
Because they didn't want to fight to get gain Israel and like the land of Palestine back.
Nah.